Antonio Brown hasn't played football since he split with the Buccaneers late in that 2021 season, and he might not play ever again. Weeks after announcing he'd like to retire as a Pittsburgh Steeler, the former All-Pro wide receiver said during a fan-controlled football broadcast that he won't play in 2022, hinting that his NFL career might be over. So if that's the case for AB, the resume is pretty stacked based on what we've seen from the former Central Michigan product, despite the off-field issues. Undeniably one of the best pass catchers of his time, won the Super Bowl with the Bucs not too long ago, a four-time All-Pro, 2010 All-Decade team, posting 7 1,000-yard seasons during the 12-year run for AB, including 7 Pro Bowl trips as well. All right, time to tap in on the NFL. My guy Ryan Harris plugged in per usual here on HQ. And Ryan, the last memory we have of AB is mid-game saying bye-bye against the Jets. However, looking at the numbers, do we consider him good, great, or Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer. Antonio Brown is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. You look at Calvin Johnson, got into the Hall of Fame with slightly less total yards than Antonio Brown. But one of the things I know from playing with Antonio Brown and other Hall of Fame wide receivers like Andre Johnson, the detail of these guys' work, it makes it no surprise. I mean, there would be days when Antonio Brown would catch 100 balls with each hand before practice, just one-handed catches over the shoulder. One of the things I loved about being AB's teammate, one, he'd always come and create a handshake with you, but two, he had this sound on the field when he was open. And sometimes, as soon as the ball was snapped, you'd hear, and you better get him that football. He worked tirelessly when he was at practice and on the field to be great. He has the yards at about over 12,000 yards to be in the conversation. No question to me, Antonio Brown is a Hall of Famer.
All right, Ryan Harris leading that business is booming hype train to Canton already. Okay, we'll see how that pans out for AB. He has the numbers, as I mentioned there, as well as you back that, of course, being his teammate there. Let's do something here in the segment. Do or don't believe the hype. And let's start with the Raiders. Look, we know the new head coach, Josh McDaniels, the offensive mind that he comes with from the Patriots. Derek Carr, he has his new best bud in Devontae Adams. Are you buying the hype here or not?
Do not buy the Raiders hype. And this is more about the division than it is about the Raiders team. They made some huge acquisitions, getting Devontae Adams. I also know Chandler Jones is a great defensive end, getting up there in age. But this is about the division. And Derek Carr is going to have to play the best football he's ever played. And I also think it's a lot to put on Devontae Adams and Derek Carr to really find that chemistry in just a short few months before they start going through the gauntlet of the AFC, and especially the AFC West. So I am selling the Raiders hype because of the division they're in, and the new pieces have to build a ton of chemistry quickly.
AFC West looking like the SEC based on what we've seen, the movement there this offseason. Looking at the Saints, look, they're hoping that Jameis Winston is healthy. When he was in those 7 games he started, 5-2. He had some targets there. Michael Thomas coming back. Chris Olave, who they drafted. New Orleans also adding some vets there, the Honey Badger and Jarvis Landry. Believing in the hype or not here?
Believing in the hype. The Saints will march to the playoffs this year. I mean, they did something last year no team had ever done in having 3 separate quarterbacks throw for 10 touchdowns. Jameis Winston's fantastic. Tyrann Mathieu is going to make that defense even better. I love the Jarvis Landry signing. That's going to be great. Chris Olave, it's going to give him some space to grow as a rookie. But there's other pieces here that have made this a great team. Cam Jordan's playing at a high level. That defense was built to win a championship even last year. You add these offensive weapons and a healthy Jameis Winston, plus Jameis Winston on camera, can't get enough. I like the Saints marching to the playoffs.
Real quick, are they better than the Bucs in that division?
I think they will. I think they'll take the division just like they did when Drew Brees previously had faced Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he gets paid in the playoffs, not in the regular season. I think they could steal it from them. And what a story that'd be for Jameis Winston and those Saints. But it's going to be tough. I think they do it this year, Brandon.
All right, let's look in the NFC East. The Eagles, look, they made noise on the draft day, not just the guys they selected, but also A.J. Brown, a new number 1 for Jalen Hurts, another weapon to that offense that needs some help this season. Buy or not buying the hype here?
Not buying the hype. Now, listen, no roster in the NFL has improved more than the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion. Some great draft picks, getting A.J. Brown, as you mentioned. But watching Jalen Hurts play the entire time he's been a quarterback for the Eagles, he still doesn't have that quick twitch fire, that recognition of the defense that you see in a Russell Wilson, an Aaron Rodgers. And yes, Jalen Hurts is very young, but you got to be dynamic at that position to get the ball to A.J. Brown. We saw what happened with the Tennessee Titans and Ryan Tannehill when he was not as dynamic. Doesn't matter how open A.J. Brown is. So this really comes down to me, to Jalen Hurts. I think his ceiling is, mid-tier quarterback. I would love to be wrong about that, but I think with all the weapons that were added, Jalen Hurts still will have a tough time reading the defense and getting the ball to those key players like A.J. Brown.
You talk about a quarterback that needs to take that next step. You could say the same thing for Miami and Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. Look, you got speed on the field, adding Tyreek Hill and others there. Buy or not buying the hypes for the Fins here?
Not buying the hype. They did a good job getting Teron Armstead and others to bolster that offensive line. But even in the clips that are already coming out, Tua's underthrowing Tyreek Hill. So one of the two things has to happen. Is Tyreek Hill going to get upset and slow down? Or is Tua Tagovailoa going to all of a sudden find an enormous capacity to hit the ball downfield? It's strange after the success Tua's had in college and really even last season, but he just cannot be consistent. He makes big-time throws at times, but he was never asked to be a slice-and-dice quarterback at Alabama. You have to be that in the pros, and he's already underthrowing Tyreek Hill. I'm not buying the hype here.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.